There's a duck. So, it is New Year's Eve. It is, what time? About 11:30? 11:30, something like that maybe. And we are in Lockerbie. Somewhere that Sarah and I have wanted to come for a while. But we're only 25, maybe half an hour away from Lockerbie. And for almost everybody in Scotland watching this, they'll know the name. But for people not watching this in Scotland, I'll go into it a bit more in a minute, but there's a garden of remembrance here. We're in the middle of a sort of cemetery, well, not sort of cemetery, it's a cemetery, but there's a wartime grave thing here as well, but a garden of remembrance for, sorry, saying something inappropriate, and I can't broadcast that on YouTube. So back to normal, straight face. There is a garden of remembrance here. You know what, I'm just going to tell you, Sarah said, I hope that's not it. Because it's 3 little boulders and that's it.
Well, it might have been big.
So, as I was saying, Lockerbie. There was a plane crash. I can't remember how many years ago, but I'll tell you all about that in a minute once I've done my proper research, so I'm not a liar. There was a plane crash and it killed, I think, somewhere in the region of 272 or 74 people or something. And there's a garden of remembrance. So, yes, I shall show you that now. Here we go. So it says, the Garden of Remembrance is in memory of the 270 victims whose age ranged from 2 months to 82 years from 21 nations. The ages and nationalities of all the victims are contained in the Book of Remembrance situated at the Tundergarth Memorial Room. Yep. So, this was the Garden of Remembrance that we found there. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And you'll see during this part that what they've done is they've put a little thing for every single individual person, as they should, but you know, it's just something to be aware of. So Pan Am flight was number 103, and I think that was a German to Detroit, like Germany to America, with a stopover in London, and it was a regular flight, and it was a huge big Boeing 747 thing, but so it says here, shortly after 7 o'clock on December 21st, 1988, while the aircraft was in flight over the Scottish town of Lockerbie, it was destroyed by a bomb, killing 243 passengers, 16 crew, what became known as the Lockerbie bombing. Large sections of the aircraft crashed into a residential street in Lockerbie, killing 11 residents, making a total of 270. And to this day it is the deadliest terrorist attack in the history of the United Kingdom. There was arrests made, you can look all that up, but I don't want to mention that in this part because it's not about them, it's about these people here. So this was just something, it's not everybody's idea of something good to do come New Year or when you're on your holidays or whatever, but it's akin to going to Poland and going to visit Auschwitz with me and Sarah done, you know, it's something that people do. To pay your respects, just to see and to be remembered that, for me anyway, to be remembered that, and this is probably negative, and it was definitely negative, but it's just how I feel, that human beings are abhorrent, really, you know, for the most part. I just don't feel a huge connection to them. Another way to look at it, my wife is saying, is that, look at the beautiful thing that human beings done for other human beings via this garden, which I get that now. She's explained that. I understand that. But for me, things like this is just like, you know, you go to Auschwitz and stuff, and it's like, oh, the strength and the will of human race to endure and fight, blah blah blah. And that, I get that. But for me, these things are just a reminder how much I don't really understand the human race. But that's a different subject matter. This is all about the time we went. Paying our respects to the people that died, and yeah, it was actually it was a cold day. It was beautiful. And I noticed that there is lights there, and they're hardwired in lights. So at night time, I presume they're on at night time all the time. So you can see one there, and there's a few other ones and stuff. But yeah, I don't know who keeps leaving the flowers. Obviously, I presume the council may do that, have a regular setup for bigger sections of the flowers and stuff. But it was really quite moving. It was quite sad, and yeah, it was just something that Sarah and I have both wanted to do, because that happened in 1988, and I was like 9 years old or something. I remember it, but yeah, it was something that we both felt we wanted to do, so we did. Thank you. So the same day we done Lockerbie, we felt like we needed to balance it out with some peace. So we come across this Sammy Ling temple, literally a huge Buddhist temple village in the middle of nowhere. And I mean, I'd been told about this by a customer of mine, Lewis, and I thought, hey, it's going to be like a temple, it's going to be all right. But I had no idea it was a full-blown, like, well, you'll see, it's not just a little temple plopped somewhere, it's a full village. You could easily build a cult here. It's quite impressive, as you'll see. Whoa. So that last part, I didn't mute the sound there. There was just absolute silence in that room. And then you see the wee man meditating. It was spectacular. We come out of there. We didn't spend too long in there. You're allowed to, but we just didn't feel like we should spend too long in there, you know. But we came out, and then opposite that's this little bridge. And you'll see we go over the little bridge. And it's really quite... honestly, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. There is stuff coming up that you can't even imagine, and there's a few bits of it that because how Sarah can be with her cold and illness and stuff, and I was exhausted as well, but there's a couple of bits that we didn't get to see, but it gives us a reason to go back, do you know what I mean, which is great. But you come over that little bridge, and then there's just this thing right in the middle of this, and it doesn't tell you anywhere, but obviously they've done that at that crossroads. Is it still a crossroads if there's three? I don't know what you call it, I don't know, but it's up, left, right, so it's right in the centre, and I get the impression it's to do with making a choice. You know, you can choose to be good, bad, or indifferent, do something about it, ignore it, you know, or add to it. I presume that's what it is, the try thing, I guess. It's just maybe it's just a fucking boulder in the middle of the water, but I you know, I like to romanticise, but that was really cool, really, really cool. So after we seen this part, we turned back, and we were then confronted with this stunning looking thing. This was the way you come in, but we obviously came in, parked, and then walked back the way. So you see this as you come in. It's pretty cool. I just can't believe that it's literally in the middle of nowhere. And I wouldn't have known about it if Lewis hadn't mentioned it to me. That's what I thought until we got to where we were staying, and they were like, yeah, there's not much to do here, but here's a pamphlet for the Buddhist temple, and I'm like, okay, cool. But it was pretty spectacular. So you go through there and you turn left, and then these bits, what Sarah and I assumed is that in the summer, in each little bit, actually, you know what, you'll see this first. This was spectacular. It was a little bit marred somewhat by two fucking idiot women who, oh my God, there's bird showing out, oh my God. It's like, right, okay. However, we surmise that in each of their little sections, where the manure and the earth and stuff is they grow different things in every little section. And I think, and you'll find out why in a minute, that each section relies on a different deity or a different god or a different being to make it happen. And the reason that I think that is because you'll see in a minute, we were walking round this. First of all, we're walking around this, and I mean that's not bird shit. Obviously, it's not bird shit, but that's why there's no sound at this part, because it was me and Sarah were saying some actually really insightful things, and these two women just fucking ruined it. However, you'll see in a minute why I think what I think, because Sarah and I naively and wrongly assumed that on the back of each one of their little sections that we've seen where the stuff's growing, there's a little window, and in each window there's one of these. And after a minute of me looking at some of them, I'm like, I think that you can see right there is different. Same woman, but the different... I thought there's something different here. And it turns out that every single one was different. Literally, it might be something as small as some little but then you'll see little flowers or something, different colour. But every single one is different. Now, I won't show you every single one because the video will be about 6 hours long. However, I recommend that you go there and you see them all, because every now and again you come across one that's just like a big demon-looking dude, and it's incredible. But yeah, everyone is different, either like minutely. See, she doesn't have the staff thing. So every single one, and I presume each one of them is for a specific veg or fruit or something, vegetables I presume, to grow, to better the earth, to provide for the people or something. I could be completely wrong. If you know, then tell me down below. That's just what I'm assuming.
It's not for the show. Yes, I invested in Woof. It's actually a really great idea, and I can't believe it didn't exist before. And I know Ryan's kind of a sketchy guy, but hey, I married Jim. I've done my part for the nice guy. Now I want a bedroom set.
I think an investor ski trip, frankly, is the best idea. It will be a bonding experience.
I love it.
I was looking at a trail map, and I was thinking that we should start on a bunny hill, because I've never actually been skiing, and then work our way up to Death Drop.
She's like, nope.
So yeah, Sarah's... I mean, I'm sad to be going home as well, but it's been lovely. So the deal is with this place, the people that own it, as I say, it's the 1st of January 24, and the people that own it, who've owned it for 7 or 8 years, they are moving on. So from July forward, 24, you can no longer book this. So if you do like what you've seen in this video and you want to come, stick to the A7, because if you don't, it's a fucking nightmare. As you'll see, it might be alright in the summer, but if you do want to come, you can only come up until July, so I would book it now because it's going quite quick. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to book it, but yeah, so enjoy your little tiny walk with the poochies. Last day, 1st day of January. Bye. Uh-oh. Animals. Miles up the road.
Look at that tail. She's just like, yeah. That's the difference.
Alright, look at the difference. Ready to go home.
Where does that take us to?
What?
Come on, you can do it. Oh, Dad.
They're all getting sucked in the mud. Oh, look at her wee face.
We're
We're just about there, come on.
She's fucking fuming. She is not a happy pup at all.
Come on, Lulu.
Oh, it's squidgy there.
Come on, darling, just about out of this cliff. Come on. Lulu's trying to find her route, baby, hold on. Come on, over here. Here we go. Come on, well done.
This side.
Well done. Here we go.
That's it.
Here we go.
I miss chickens.
Go do something. I could turn, you can go and have a wee look at
No, I don't think they're necessarily pet chickens, are they?
Oh, we used to. No, we'll have a turn.
No, it's alright.
These are lovely.
I hear it.
Hey, baby. Well done, Lulu. That was good. Are you the one that?
It's the enforcer.
Are you the one?
Enforcer duck. Come at me. Wah. Oh man, I absolutely love cows. Oh, I really, oh man, they're so lovely.
No, you're not helping Trevor.
Yes, and kneecapping could work.
No, Angela. What are you saying?
You said you would be there for me.
I'm trying, but what you're asking is...
It's the only thing.
We took them for a walk, as you can see. I mean, look at me, I'm almost fucking sleeping, but she is out.
It's cruel, because a woman with damaged knees can't scrub with a dam. All right?
And also,
And it's settled. One kneecapping. And the hit goes down at 4 o'clock. Keep
in fact, let me turn the camera around.
Accepting calls from my clients while I'm gone.
We've got all afternoon to talk about that. Morning, folks. Our happy surf and turf with the side order.
The sound of me eating spaghetti, but I'm gonna let them think the other thing.
Okay, I got this one.
Get it? Well, it's the second. It's about 20 to 10, and it's time to go home. It's been pretty awesome. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you've enjoyed a new year as much as we have. I hope you're as sad to leave somewhere to go as we are, because it's been rad. Sarah's not looking. Yes, thank you very much for watching. And again, the link for this place is in the description below, but you can only book up till July, I believe, and then it's changing hands. I don't know if that means that you can't come after that with the new owners, but it is definitely changing hands. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the shop. Take it easy. Bye. Have you subscribed yet?